Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here to watch this reading. I'm going to do a reading on the energy that's been coming through, which I gave a short meditation on. Before I start, I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to remind everyone that all readings require discernment and intuition on your behalf to make sure that you take what resonates and you leave what doesn't, and that you're clear on what readings are for you. Okay, so please do your best. This wants to come through. No, this way. There's an issue with this card though. And this is the resolution. Okay. Nope. Okay. Yep, so I don't know all the things that are going to come through in this reading at this second, but we're going to see what comes out. I pulled some. I have a lot of decks, as pretty much every reader does. And we're going to see what comes through for you. I feel like it's this card. Okay, we got Fern. And then at the bottom of the deck we have Bramble. But I don't think Bramble applies to the energy of this reading. I don't think that's necessary. This might be an energy you already possess. And Bramble is tenacity and boundaries. And I think you already possess that energy. But we have Fern. And Fern, if I remember correctly, which I will look into now, is the energy of being reinvigorated. It's being re-energized. You could even see this as a rebirth. Yes, Fern is about vitality, life force, sensuality, and fertility. It's energizing the lower energy centers in the body, which are necessary to being here. Okay, so let's do a short read. A plant sacred to midsummer and to Nuwerfe. I don't know how to pronounce that. Life force snakes through the sky as lightning, and along the ground as lines of force. The fern signifies fertility in every sense of the word. Choosing this card may mean that you are being blessed with life force and energy at this moment. This energy may manifest in subtle or dramatic ways, but the important thing to remember is that it comes from the essentially spiritual nature of all things that exist. The way to maintain your contact with this life force is through a spiritual practice that attunes you to the natural rhythms of the cosmos. Druidry is essential spirituality, meaning we can accept the pleasures of the body and the senses while recognizing their spiritual nature, enhancing our appreciation of them rather than making us feel guilty, celebrating the seasonal festivals, meditating on the power of the elements, visiting the old places, soaking in the energies of the moon, sun, and stars are all ways that we can open to the powers of the seen and unseen. Okay, this is great. What a great way to start the reading. This is your vitality returning back to you. Energy that's trapped being freed. Some limiting beliefs and maybe some self-judgment here that needs to be cleared. Okay. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. This was the resolution card. I don't yet know what that means. And this was the problematic card. Okay, Six of Swords. I don't know why you're having a problem with the Six of Swords, but let's look into that in a moment. You have an issue with change. Okay. Maybe there's fear here around change, if everything will work out. Yeah, because you're moving. Yeah, okay. You're free from something, that's for sure. That's what I'm seeing here. You're free from an experience. You're free from... also, I'm getting free from judgment. So I don't know if you're in a state of, like, worrying about what will be or what was, or feeling... very self-critical, but there's none of that here coming through in this reading. What was is done. So that's what I want to say here. What was is definitely done. Yeah. Moving forward. We're going to look into what you're moving into in a moment. And then we have the Hierophant here, and I want a clarity on this card. This energy is really strong. Okay, let's use the Spirit Animal Oracle deck for this. There's definitely some a landing pad here for you. Okay, so we have Chameleon Spirit. Chameleon Spirit is about embodying the energy that you want to experience. It's living it as if it already was the case. So it's taking aligned action. It's if you're enjoying, if there's ideals that you have, then you try to live by them. You try to feel into those ways of being. Adjust your belief system maybe to make that happen. Okay. We also have Beaver Spirit, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Bear Spirit. I don't know why Giraffe Spirit is here too, but I'm not going to pull so many cards to confuse or complicate this energy because it doesn't need to be. So with Beaver Spirit, it's about starting something new and really building it, building into this energy, building into this vitality rising within you. It's already here. You probably already experienced it. You may have been hit by it already, which that's great. And if you know, then congratulations. If you don't, but you feel that something has changed, that's what Fern is saying. Your vitality is rising within you. Your vitality will be something that gives you the drive and the desire to do things in the world. Oh, and how interesting I'm wearing red, because that's basically where the life force comes in from when we're in the physical. So yeah, I guess that really fits. I'm getting some kind of vibe of a promise here. Maybe it's your higher self or spirit saying there's some kind of promise here. It might be a promise of security in some way. Oh wow, we just pulled the King and Queen of Swords, the top and bottom of the deck. How interesting. And the Knight of Cups. I think that's the Knight of Cups is moving towards what you want, and the High Priestess here is saying, oh, okay, it's saying don't doubt yourself. You know what you want. Yeah, try not to doubt yourself. This may be something, yeah, that's where Chameleon Spirit's coming in. Work on that. You do the subconscious and emotional and mental work. It takes time, but you constantly do it and you open up to new experiences. The universe will bring you opportunities, and your engagement with them is gonna show you and help you along your development, because the universe is always supporting us. So with this High Priestess Spirit, it's basically saying you know what you want and don't doubt yourself. Excuse me. I don't know why we got the King and the Queen of Swords here. We got both of them. That's so interesting that we got both. I want to ask why. Oh, it has to do with the Six of Swords energy. Okay. It's this card. Okay. Be playful. Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. Perhaps there's, yeah, I'm getting a feeling of fear here. A feeling of if I miss a step or miss an opportunity, then it's over and I missed my shot or whatever. There's none of that. That's BS. Um, that's not how the universe works. Okay, that's lack mentality. So lovingly, I'm gonna tell you to drop that. And if you can't, then work on it. Sandpiper Spirit is here saying be playful. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the outcomes. Enjoy everything that you get shown. The universe knows everything that needs to be known. Everything there is to know, everything that needs to be known. If you try something, it doesn't work out, the universe will work with you. It already knows you're kind of experiencing, learning, recalibrating, regaining. It knows everything. So maybe embrace a lighthearted spirit about what you're doing and where you're going. Yeah, maybe I think to get both the King and Queen of Swords could be a symbol of and a gentle mention of rigidity. So maybe we should be mindful of where we can be flexible without losing our integrity. And There could be some fear here also of I'm getting this vibe from whoever this may be for that might be watching this reading. There's this fear of karmic repercussion or something every time that you engage with an energy, or like some kind of fear. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening here. Yes, you want to be discerning. Yes, you want to be mindful, but not everything, not every little thing is going to lead to some kind of like horrible experience. You know, the spirit doesn't work that way. Yeah, I would say follow your bliss and your joy. And maybe the mind is what really needs the most love right now from you at this time. Because fear of wanting certainty, of rigidity, there could be that. But there's some kind of promise here from spirit, maybe from your higher self as well, that things will work out for you, and to be assured that you're going to get where you want to go, to be assured that you can have what it is that you desire, to be assured of that. Yes, how that happens matters, but to be assured of it. Because I got, yeah. Also, okay, there's a couple energies coming through here which I want to look at before I say much. Let me put this down. Let me see what else might want to come through here for us. I love this fern for you. This means that this is the energy that makes that helps us make things happen. This is really where the fuel comes from the drive, the horsepower, if you will. It comes from here. This is spirit reinvigorating us, the universe, giving us back our power. Maybe we also, I'm getting a little bit here, we didn't feel worthy of having that power in ourselves. This is creative force. This is when you create new relationships and you create changes in your life, when you add abundance into your life, when you do something revolutionary or extraordinary for yourself. This energy comes through for yourself and others, yes, because abundance is always shared. So, directly or indirectly, this is the energy that makes that happen, and it might come into contact and bump up against the limitations that you have, and don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of that, because those limitations can be moved. And they will be moved. You just need to be gentle. That's what I'm getting. Be gentle here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Oh, there we go. This is a second confirmation for this reading. We got the Wheel of Fortune and we got the Ace of Wands. And look at that, right beneath that, the King of Swords. There's something really big here with the sword energy, and I'm not so sure. I think what's trying to be said here is to have a different perspective, and the universe sees love, which we are love. All things are love. The universe sees love in a very different way than you perceive it right now. There's some kind of mental, moral rigidity that maybe we need to release, or maybe we need to soften. Okay? Yes, you can know what's right for you, but that doesn't mean that anything that's not that is necessarily something bad is going to happen if you, like, if they engage. Like, I don't want to go too deep into that. There's a bit of a morality here we need to be careful with, is all I'm going to say, okay? So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Ace of Wands, which is this inspiration. That's what this fern energy is. It's the universe granting it to you. Your higher self, the universe. Because the universe wants all beings to live in prosperity. Yes. I can probably tie up the reading right here, because I said all beings still live in prosperity, and we got abundance and let go. Whatever self-judgment, whatever negativity that you have towards yourself, when you need to be perfect all the time, I think this might be a time to let it go. And if you want to do better, then that's great. But we're not gonna harp on ourselves or condemn ourselves, or, you know, we're gonna choose again. Let's choose again. Let's do something different. Let's try again, right? And if you, a good rule of thumb that I always offer to everyone is, your intentions and your awareness matter. So if you mean to do well, but you don't do it the best, or maybe, you, like I like to say, you made an omelet and blew up the kitchen. Okay, Spirit loves you. Let's try again, okay? So I'm definitely getting that here. I like to say humor is my medicine, so if you made an omelet and blew up the kitchen, let's try again, okay? Okay. I think this is the essence of this message has already come through. I don't want to dilute this further. Maybe I'll leave you with another oracle card, and that'll be it. Oh, okay. I don't even need to pull this. I can feel this really strong. Be patient with yourself. Invest in this energy. It's something that's building. It's something new. It's something that might take time for you to sink into. Know that you're protected and provided for, that you're abundant, that you can do this, that nothing like bad is going to happen, right? Okay? Not to be afraid of this change. Not to be afraid of success I'm getting. Yeah. And perhaps we're afraid of our own personal power because we know how powerful we are and we don't want to mess that up. So there could be that too here with this card. Yeah, to believe in abundance. I'm definitely getting that. With this koi fish spirit card, there's always enough to believe in abundance, to believe that the support is there. I don't think you guys are feeling supported maybe right now. We got Heather here, and notice how Heather has bees in this card. So I noticed that immediately, and I've had this deck for like a couple of years, and this is the first time I've noticed them. So bees are, to me, a symbol of being part of the divine matrix, the collective, the universe, right, and how everyone should prosper. So that's emphasized here. That I'm definitely seeing that. And that there is, when you succeed, you're not taking away from others. When you succeed, everyone has their own abundance. That's not how it works, where there's a limited amount and you can only have so much. That's not it. Heather, like clover, is considered to be highly auspicious and a bringer of good fortune. Auspicious means highly, like, favorable, prosperous, etc. Major celebration may be imminent, or the time may have come for you to start celebrating all that is good in your life. Heather symbolizes joy and power of community. And much of our pleasures and our pain result from living together. That statement alone resonates in this reading. That might be where the fear and rigidity is coming from. Because, yes, we create our own reality, but when we collaborate with others, we're co-creating. So we're all adding in our own ingredients into things. So it's not all us all the time, right? But at the same time, we can at least move on from what isn't for us or experiences that are painful, right? And let spirit sort that out, okay? We spend much of our time thinking about the difficult aspects of relationships and of our life to try to make sense of them. But try thinking about your life with a different focus. Spend time dwelling on the positive aspects of people you know and have known. Then do the same for your community and yourself. Choosing this card may also be indicative of the fact that you are becoming more aware of the community you live in every sense of the word. Home, work, spiritually. You may feel drawn to become more active and involved, or perhaps you're contemplating a change in your relationship towards these things. I would argue that all of that is the case, and Ivy definitely has something to do with this here. I think, sorry, not Ivy, Fern definitely has something to do with this here, which is a very powerful card in this reading today. I want to get some... Yeah. Okay. You got the Nine of... In this card, it's the Nine of Rainbows, but it's actually the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Lovers. You are supported and you are loved as you are. and everything you bring to the table is good. And even your challenges deserve love. Even the shortcomings deserve love. Even the things that maybe you're ashamed about or make you like feel like you want to hide. Even that deserves love. So why don't we work on this, loving ourselves and making room again for things in our life that feel good, even though they might not be perfect? Why don't we work on that? And you follow your heart. And this is really great. It's really great. Okay. I think that's all there is to say at this moment. So thank you so much for tuning into this reading, and I hope you have a great day. And enjoy the Rising Vitality, because you can do a lot with this.